What's going on, guys? Welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick, as always. Tonight we're going to take a look at the first beer I'm reviewing from Noble Ale Works out of Anaheim, California, and this one is their Tongue Tickles Double IPA. Before I even get any further, I want to give a huge thanks to my friend Joe from Joe's Arcade and Beer Reviews for sending me this, along with some other amazing brews out of SoCal. And yeah, so thank you very much, dude. I sent him some Trillium beers and he sent me back some amazing West Coast stuff, so really appreciate it, and it'll be really fun for me to review. Funny thing about this brewery is that I've actually been here to the brewery several times, which is, you know, obviously weird for somebody who lives out in Providence, Rhode Island, but my brother actually lives in Anaheim, so I've been out there you know, in that area several times, and every time I go, we always go over there. Take an Uber over there, and you can go from there, and the brewery is actually, like, the brewery is in the next town over, so you can do kind of like a little brew pub crawl. And yeah, so these guys I found out about a couple of years ago, and I was blown away. They've been around since, I think, 2010. They've been brewing beer since then. I don't know when the tap room opened. I think that was like 2011 or something. So they've actually been around for several years, but they really started garnering more attention and hypes in some ways when they had new head brewer take over in 2012, I want to say. And you know, the beer that really they're known for the most, ratings wise, is Citra Showers, which is a 100% Citra double IPA. So yeah, guys, anyways, back to the Tongue Tickles. As I said, this is a double IPA, and it comes in at 8% even, and this one is hopped with Galaxy, Citra, and Simcoe hops. Honestly, Galaxy and Citra are two of my favorites. Simcoe is obviously going to lend that dankness, and it actually says this is a heavy-hitting West Coast standard. So this is definitely going to be full-on West Coast double IPA. Straw golden in color, medium-bodied, and bursting with layers of stone fruit, bright citrus, and pineapple. Very, very cool stuff. I have not had this one, so I've been to the brewery couple times and I have not had this one, so that's really cool too. It says always keep cold, drink before 9/1/15. So at time of recording, we are the 16th of August. So this one is this one was bottled, actually, I found on their Facebook page. It was bottled on July 9th. So yeah, that puts us at like 5 weeks. So a little shy of a month and a half old on this, and it'll be super, super good, I'm sure. And guys, that's it. I've had this out of the fridge for about 25 minutes now, so I'm really anxious to try this beer out, guys. In my opinion, Noble is one of the best breweries in California. They're making some of the best hoppy beers for sure in California, and they make a ton of beers. They do a lot of different styles. I think there's like over 100 beers on their BeerAdvocate profile right now that are rotating. When you go to their website and you click our beers on the website, they only have 3 beers listed that they actually consider like year-round beers. The rest, 100 plus beers or whatever, are just rotating beers, which is really, really crazy. So yeah, this one is a rotating offering, I believe, as well. I don't know how frequently it comes out, but anyways, guys, yeah, let's get the Tongue Tickles cracked open. At time of reviewing, Joe, who sent me this beer, actually just posted his review of this today, so I watched that this morning, so it'll be interesting to compare notes since he just reviewed it as well. So let's get it cracked open, guys, and see what this beer is all about. Alright, got the Tongue Tickles poured out here, and yeah, nice kind of slightly off-white head, all really tight, small, tightly packed bubbles. Very kind of fluffy looking head on this one. Definitely see the alcohol legs, 8%, yep. And yeah, it just looks awesome, guys. Let's get a look at the color on this. This thing is crystal clear. Crystal clear. I think they said it was like straw pale yellow or something on the label. But yeah, just super, super clear. Again, just straw looking yellow, and completely filtered. Carbonation streaming up pretty strong, and that's pretty much it, guys. It looks like a classic classic West Coast double IPA, and I could smell this thing right as soon as I popped the cap open. So let's go ahead and dive into the aroma on this, guys. I'm really anxious. It's still got a pretty good chill to it. Wish it was a little warmer, but I think we're gonna get a lot out of it. So let's go ahead. Oh my God, wow. wow, that is, I don't want to say it was way better than I expected, but that is really incredible smelling. Oh, wow, that is so intense. The first thing that comes to mind is like candied pineapple, just insanely like juicy candied tropical fruits. Yeah, wow, that is intoxicating. It is just straight pineapple fruit juice, a lot of grapefruit, like ruby red grapefruit, just grapefruit in general, just with sugar kind of sprinkled on top. There's a really big, just candied fruit component to this, almost like fruit candies, like I don't know how to describe that, just like hard candies, like tropical fruit hard candy or something. Very, very bright, very intoxicating. I mean, lots of like lemon, like sugar coated like lemon peel, like lemon zest, orange, a fresh orange juice, a fresh pineapple juice kind of aroma to it, lemon, again, that grapefruit, sugar coated grapefruit. I'm not detecting any of the 8% whatsoever. This thing is just so juicy and bright and in your face. I expected more dankness. I'm not detecting any dankness really whatsoever. No herbal, earthy, dank West Coast kind of vibe to it. I mean, it is West Coast, but it's a tropical citrusy West Coast, not a super dank West Coast style, but you can smell the hops too. Let's get a sip, guys. This is really good smelling, and I love Noble. This is cool to have this in Providence after I've been to the brewery several times myself, so this is very, very cool. Thank you very much, Joe, for sending it, and let's dive in, guys. Cheers. Oh my God. Wow. Oh man. Wow, is that good? Damn. Dude, that's like West Coast 2.0. West Coast double IPA 2.0 for sure. Holy crap, that's so good. Another sip. Yeah, really, really, really good stuff. Follows the nose perfectly. It really does. It's that that first thing I got initially in the aroma was that candied pineapple, like just chunks of pineapple, like dried pineapple, lots and lots of fresh, like ruby red grapefruit, sugar coated, pink grapefruit, sugar coated, lots of lemon zest, orange peel, that whole thing. Lots of really big citrusy tropical vibes to this one. Extremely hoppy. I'm actually surprised this actually has a really nice mouthfeel to it. You wouldn't think it, but it actually has a pretty creamy mouthfeel. Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's smooth. The carbonation is pretty strong, but it is smooth. It has a creamy mouthfeel to it. In the finish, tons and tons of dried orange. Just like fresh orange juice after you swallow. That kind of flavor. Lots of grapefruit, grapefruit peel, pithy kind of citrus notes. A little bit of dank resinous finish to this. Like a little bit of that green vegetal hop, just resinous kind of biting hop finish. Almost like a chewing on a hop type of feeling. It's pretty dry. In fact, it's very dry, so it kind of gives that like just that raw hop flavor on your tongue. Just insanely good stuff. Yeah, very, very dry. Wow, it makes it extremely drinkable at 8%. I can't taste the alcohol. I couldn't smell it, and I don't even feel a warming. It's very, very well hidden, guys. This is a very, very sneaky double IPA. Yeah, the predominant tones in this is definitely like pineapple juice, grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime. Just very, very bright. And the only part of this beer that even showcases like the Simcoe, the dankness, is really just in the back end and the finish. And even then, it's not predominant. This is mainly a citrus tropical bomb, and it's very, very, very hoppy. I don't know how many IBUs are in this, but they call it tongue tickles. Yeah. I actually watched Joe's review, and I expected it to be more bitter. He's a big West Coast, obviously he's a big West Coast guy, and he said he loves his, bitter double IPAs, and this one was up there. And I was a little bit afraid. I think this is really, really okay. I think it's really, really good, obviously, and it's really not overly bitter. I think definitely some stuff Stone has done is more better than this, and not as balanced or even flavorful as this. Just punch you in the face like scraping your tongue, kind of residual hop flavor. But this one is just really, really well balanced, and it's so juicy. Definitely picking up on that fruit, hard candy type of thing. So I think the malts are starting to come out more now, because this bottle is 5.5 weeks old, something like that. Where malts are coming out slightly, especially because this was shipped cross country as well. But it is really vibrant still. It's got a lot of life in it. Super drinkable. Wow, guys, awesome stuff. Awesome. I was, like I said, I was a little bit afraid after watching Joe's review that it was going to be too extreme for me, which sounds so like I'm such a baby now drinking all these juice bombs out in New England. But no, I can totally get down with this beer. I don't find this overly bitter at all. It's really well done. So guys, I'm going to sip on it for another few minutes and come back with my final thoughts and score. Just going to let it warm up just a little bit more, but pretty much done. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so for the Tongue Tickles Double IPA from Noble Ale Works is absolutely fantastic. It's literally what it says on the bottle. It's exactly the beer that they were going for, and I think that's what's important. Just West Coast, heavy-hitting West Coast standard. Medium-bodied, bursting with layers of stone fruit, bright citrus, and pineapple. Pretty much nailed it there. I agree with those tasting notes. I didn't really get too much of the stone fruit, but either way. And they didn't even mention that it would be dank, which, it really wasn't, but I would assume that, being a West Coast style like this, it would have been, I expected more of a stone kind of approach to it. But then again, who are we kidding? These guys are honestly doing some of the best hoppy beers in California. No offense to Stone or anything, but these guys are doing more of the new wave of hoppy beers out in the West Coast, more in the realm of Alpine, or just, I went up to Cellar Maker in San Francisco. They were very, very on the cutting edge, kind of new wave of doing hoppy beers. But yeah, this beer is fantastic. It just really warms up nicely too. Again, more of that candied orange, candied pineapple, and it's extremely hoppy. This is the West Coast Double IPA to a T. It's hops in your face. Not a whole shitload of balance, but that's all right. It's mainly just it's a hop bomb, but it's a hop bomb in the best way of being really bright citrus and tropical notes, and then it finishes super, super dry, almost like bone dry. And the only time I get that bitter, dankness is in the finish. And even then, if you guys like double IPAs, this is going to be awesome. It's a great representation of the style for West Coast. Definitely not an East Coast style whatsoever, which is totally cool. So on Beer Advocate, this has a 95 overall, which is really good, especially with the new rating system on Beer Advocate. That's pretty impressive. The difference between a 95 and a 99 is huge. Or even the difference between a 99 and 100, as me and Darwin and other guys are kind of taking that approach, or that look at it. I think a 95. I'm gonna go 96 on this. I'm gonna go 1 full point higher. 96 on this. I think it's a really, really good beer, and I think they nailed what they were going for. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go 96, and it's 5.5 weeks old. Gotta factor that in, and it's still drinking incredible. It's definitely tickling my tongue, but it's not scraping my tongue. And I'd much rather prefer to tickle it than to scrape it. So this is actually living up to the label, the name, very, very well. So yeah, 96, solid 96, guys. Really good beer. If this is something you can get, absolutely get it. If you're in California, if you've never heard of Noble and you're in the area, absolutely go there. They're not far from the brewery, like I said, which everyone knows about that place. So get your hands on some Noble. Let me know if you've had this beer before. Obviously, Joe has. I don't know if any other guys watching the review beers have had this, but or if you just live in the area, let me know what you think of this beer or any of the other Noble beers. I would love to know your thoughts, as always. And guys, if you have not checked out Joe's Arcade and Beer Reviews, the guy is fucking awesome. He is one of the most down-to-earth, just relaxed, great beer reviewers, just exceptional, great palate, very, very, just enjoyable to sit down and watch his reviews, and he just knows his shit. So definitely go over to Joe's Arcade and Beer Reviews and subscribe to his channel if you aren't already. And I'll put his link to his channel below in the description below. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much, dude. I have another very, very special Noble beer that Joe sent me that I'll be reviewing actually right after this, which you'll see the video of after this. So whenever that is. All right, so thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next beer review very, very soon. So cheers. Thanks, guys.